What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the BamCast. The BamCast, as always, is the home of the anti-PC. Shout out to Boom Draw Physics for the intro song and Prismatic Verse for the intro sequence if you're watching on YouTube. While you're there on YouTube, go ahead and give us a subscribe, hit that button, hit the like button, share it with your friends if you like the power. This is the BamCast. We are back another week. It's myself and the co-host Bobby B.
And then a sponsor message.
I am. That comes next.
Oh, man, I know the thing.
I switch it up this week. YouTubeRight.com. YouTubeRight.com. Promo code BAM10. 10% off anything you guys have ordered. Help them out. Get yourself something nice and help out the pod. Don't know. You've heard Bobby B. He is here. It's another beautiful pod day. It's actually Super Bowl Sunday. According to my father, it's sacrilegious that we're podding during Super Bowl. But I didn't follow the season this year.
I prefer to call it the Super Bowl.
You can tell that Bob doesn't watch the sport at all.
Hand egg, no.
So yeah, I haven't followed
the association football.
I haven't followed the season at all this year, like at all. So I know who playing, but it wasn't big to me. And I'm not one of the people that watch it for the commercials. I actually watch the sport.
I think that's capitalism again, man. Imagine. You're watching the culmination of a year of an entire sporting season and people are like, yo dog, I can't wait for the fucking advertisements. I can't wait for these big corporations to try and sell me shit.
I just said I actually watched the sport.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it. But
the masses.
People exist. Yeah, the masses.
The masses. Well, you know Bill Burr, right?
Mm-hmm.
He hates Super Bowl parties specifically because him want to watch the sport, and him say him always end up in like the kitchen watching it on like the little TV when everyone's just making noise because it's the only time of the year where people shut up during the commercials but talk during the game. So yeah, all of us.
It's like I remember seeing a statistic that like NFL games take like 3 hours.
Yeah,
but there's maybe 23 minutes of action.
Around 30.
Fuck that, man.
Oh, I like the game. I like
a bunch of big men running at each other really hard.
Bruh.
I prefer rugby because rugby don't have all the stoppages.
Yeah, rugby's a more fluid game.
Yeah, you just keep going. Like you get stopped, put the ball down, start again.
You'd think you'd get hurt more in rugby due to the lack of padding, But because of the lack of padding, they're more careful. Football, the man them just treat them body like a battering ram and just run through people.
350 pounds of muscle just being launched at you.
NFL combat, one of the hardest sporting stupid, stuff to have to do.
That's why all of them brain is mush.
Yeah, and they end up in all kind of Aaron Hernandez situations.
CTE and
Did you ever watch that Aaron Hernandez doc that they come out on Netflix?
Wasn't he just like with the wrong crew? Him just rolling bear gangster?
No. Well, he was the bad influence of most people, and he was apparently gay, like a repressed homosexual, and his father would not have let that fly, and how that usually goes. It's bad that I can say how that usually goes, because we've had so many examples of that.
I know, I thought he was just a gunman. I thought Art Hernandez was just a gunman. I don't know. I thought he was just with the gang thing and just shoot people and get into the NFL and it's like, yo, gang forever. I can't put on gang life.
He wasn't in a gang. He's just a normal football playing brother. He just used to always walk with guns. He was really short-tempered and he wasn't the smartest individual.
Yo, speaking of short-tempered people with guns, did you see the video of the guy killing his 2 neighbors? Over the snow in Pennsylvania?
Brandon, they tell me about it. You know my theory about the soul, so I wouldn't look that up. But Brandon, they tell me about it.
Let me tell you something. I never look it up. I did just come across. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? It's fuck up to say. And then a welcome for vex. But if a man goes into his house, comes back with a gun and is firing shots, I'm not standing in the middle of the street and waiting to get shot.
If a man goes into his house, I'm leaving. That's usually the sign that something coming. It's like when a fight go on in a party and man leave to the car. Leave too.
That I won. Right?
Not victim.
2,
not victim shaming.
With the gun in him hand and starts firing and the guy who is being fired at stands there.
Adjust your mic so you're closer to it, please.
Him stand there looking at the brother shooting at him, and doesn't do anything until he gets shot. And the guy doing the shooting shoots that is a man and a woman, husband and wife, shoots the 2 of them, goes back inside for his rifle and comes back outside and puts 2 in their heads to finish it, to make sure. And you know what he said to them? Or at least to the woman in the road? you should have kept your goddamn mouth shut. Him wet up 2 people.
Over snow? Like
Because
legit
they
over
were
snow?
shoveling, and as him said, they was throwing the snow into female or onto female property.
And that's where it turned your whole life away?
Well, when the police came, he shot himself.
That's 3 lives gone. Over snow. So, alright. So
I'm saying that.
So the full story
I don't know.
is-
Black people have that.
Was that a black dude?
No,
Oh.
I'm just saying, if it was black people,
They wanna live.
black people wouldn't have stayed outside. The dog gone inside, him going inside for something to come fuck me up. Black not staying to wait and see what him coming to fuck me up with.
Black people, like, sorry to say, I'm not sorry to say this. Black people have this innate superpower to know when shit's about to go left and leave.
Also, that when one black person sees another black person running, they just
run.
They don't ask questions. They don't. Why we're running? No, let's get out of here.
Run
When we
as
reach
well.
somewhere safe. Then I find out what I was running from.
Yeah. But
Except in Jamaica where
people run towards the gunshot. That's what I was going to say. You have the subset of people who hear the gunshot at bus and run.
Yo,
At
that shot
the
the
gunshot.
heavy dog. Make we go look. What?
Why? Why?
No.
You know what I'm thinking to do? For those of you watching on YouTube, the little screen behind us, I think for the
scream.
Yeah, for the coming pods, we could probably like turn it on and use it, throw stuff up on the screen. Things that won't like get us pulled down and whatnot. But I was just looking at it.
If any of those things exist anymore.
Right? But I mean,
YouTube algo's going hard.
I wouldn't put up the video that we're just talking about because
No.
Soul Theory.
Well, no, I don't know, dog. I read the story just like, what?
It can't just be that. I have to believe
3
that
people
like
dead because of snow. I was like,
I have to believe it's something else. Like there was an
and then
ongoing feud between them.
no, apparently there was like an ongoing feud.
All right,
but still, the man wet.
That can't just start from there.
It don't matter, bro.
Over. I agreed.
You empty the handgun, go back inside for the rifle and finish them.
That's a lot.
No, that is premeditated. That is not a crime of passion.
That had to be a lot.
What could they are dead?
What somebody could do to get you to that level? I don't know. I don't. You have a kid, so very, very right. I don't know, and I don't want to find out. I can honestly say I don't know. I don't want to find out. You can't. I trying to apply logic to it. There probably is no logic.
There is
just
no logic
madness.
to that, man.
Just madness. Just say red and pull trigger.
But that's why I tell you, man. I like America.
Is the ease of guns?
It's crazy to me, dog, that like America has this thing about, you know, right to bear arms, Second Amendment, blah blah blah. And they're so fucking loose with them gun.
Yeah.
Like them squeeze for nothing.
Yeah.
And you have a country like Switzerland where almost everybody in Switzerland have a rifle at home and there's very little gun crime.
Basically, a rifle versus a handgun is a very different thing.
They even know, but in terms of they all do compulsory military training, everybody knows how to handle a gun. So it's not the guns killing the people. No, literally everybody have a gun.
It's the people. And America is the land of the entitled and kind of
crazy, man. Like even if castle law in certain states in America, castle law where you're allowed to defend your personal property with deadly force no matter the circumstance.
America have some one castle laws.
This is my Florida have that castle law thing.
Is Florida or Texas have the stand your ground law?
That's basically it.
Where you're like, I feel, if you declare I feel threatened, you can then open with force.
Wet you.
Like if you yell, I feel threatened, you can draw the gun and go click a clam. It's kind of wild. Yeah. Then again, hold on. In Jamaica, there has been a crime surge recently. Like shootout with the police in downtown, shootout with the police in Clarendon, murders going off. The other night I was in the smoke room over there and I was hitting a bowl and watching something on YouTube and I just heard gunshot ring. And I just closed the window. I don't know. I doubt it was near me. But I just closed the window.
Yeah. Lock out the bullets.
How you mean? It's like when you're a kid and you think the monster in your room, so you pull the sheet over your head.
And so I lock out the sounds of crime and crime will thus no longer affect me.
Crazy. Compartmentalization, ladies and gentlemen. I am fantastic at suppressing.
Well, you know, it's amazing that there's a debate on Twitter that poverty isn't the main source of crime in Jamaica. And it's crazy to me that people don't believe.
Is the argument that it's the main?
No, there are people saying it is not the main. It is the main. Poverty is the main driving force of crime in the world.
I know there are like a bag of reasons for poverty, so I don't know which one is the main.
Poverty drives crime.
Not for poverty, sorry, for crime in the world. I don't know what
Poverty.
the main reason.
Martin, I thought about it one day, man. Nobody chooses willingly, if there are other viable options, a life of crime. Because crime is not easy.
I see that, and I ask you, what's about the current new scamming thing that's going on with Jamaica, where they're taking your digital SIM cards to open NCV Quisk accounts to then just shell out your account. Right. That has to take some degree of intelligence, dog.
The person working at Digicel who is doing that scam is probably on 50 grand a month or less.
But poverty, back to that.
The person working at the bank has a first degree and is probably on 60, 70 grand a month or less. A scammer,
which is a real wage in Jamaica. I know
what they're being paid right now.
I know a couple of people who like I talk to all the while, and I work with them, close par with them, and I just hear conversations about like earning, and happy for them because they earn over like 130-ish after tax. Like that was the people's first ever job. Which is lit. I wish that was like the thing for everybody.
Enough university graduate going into a $50,000 a month job after with student loan to pay.
I remember working at Sheepmeat. I was going to school and working part time, but I knew some people that were working full time who were earning less than what we're saying right here. Not talking out nobody pockets. That's gross, but they're earning way less, and people still manage to survive on that with picnic. So I get why you said that's a major reason why people would turn to it. A scammer
comes to them now with 100 grand one time and say, yo, do this for me. Say 100 grand here, hold this.
They'll do it.
2 months wages for one thing? Fuck yeah, doing that shit. Why it's so easy to bribe police? Police don't get paid well either.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, bun the police. I get that, but that's one of the reasons why. And crime pays so much more than a legitimate life. But it is much harder to be a successful criminal than to be successful legitimately.
It's harder to be.
There's definitely a higher life expectancy in a legitimate life than a criminal life.
Yeah, have much harsher consequences being a criminal.
But no risk, no reward. So I guess they risk more, so them get more reward. In terms of the scammer, them will make a whole heap of money in the short term, but they'll be dead by 26.
You also have the pre that you could wake up dead tomorrow, so why not?
You cannot wake up dead.
You know what I mean? That we've heard that sentence before.
That's a Jamaican. Yeah.
That's a very Jamaican sentence. We've heard that before. You can die tomorrow, or you can wake up and see Master tomorrow. Master being Christ.
You can wake up then in the morning.
Wake up then in the morning and see Christ. So why not? That is a real thought process.
But poverty, dog. Like genuinely, there's no way you can convince me that the majority of gunmen just got up one morning and say, yo, you know what? Instead of going to apply for this job that's going to pay me a livable wage, I'm going to go kill people and have to live in the bushes when I'm on the run from the police and not be able to go out with my friends because police looking for me and other man I look for slap out my head back and them thing. Nobody willingly would just get up one morning. Well, all right,
listeners, if you have differing opinions, leave your comment below and let us know. Let's start this convo.
As you say, yes, there are other things that drive crime, but if crime is just the lesser of two evils, with the bigger of the evil being starvation and death.
I think I've said this on the pod before. I said it on the live stream, but it's something that I just sit down and look at, and it just show you how things set. There are men in prison right now for selling weed. Okay, illegal. Why them did sell weed?
Cause them did, bro.
The government.
What Biggie say?
The government.
He was just trying to sell things just to feed him daughter.
The government.
And the people was calling the police on him.
Government broke, problem, recession, crisis. What them do? Start sell weed. What's the difference between the government and the brother that was selling weed? The government in a position where they can just make the law that say, okay, this is no longer illegal. But it's the same act that was done.
And?
It just goes back to what you're saying. I'm not debating with you. I'm giving evidence to what you're saying to be true.
Yeah, And then poverty is necessary in the capitalist world. You need an exploitable class. It's easier to exploit poor people than rich people.
How would you exploit a rich person?
Exactly. Blackmail. Have a video of strippers, Russian strippers pissing on them.
Hashtag Epstein did not kill himself.
Yeah. Suicide. He was suicided.
The first time I heard someone mention like someone getting suicided was a reporter related to some Hillary Clinton shit I was following. And I remember I was listening and I heard is a reputable news source, a reputable person, journalist, was saying he was obviously suicided. No, suicided. Googled act of killing someone and setting it up to look like a suicide. It's like, Bumba, y'all are gross. Please don't suicide me.
Suicide happened to him. Basically.
I shouldn't laugh at that.
I don't know how a man pan 24-hour suicide watch kill himself in a federal prison.
I'm surprised Ghislaine's still about. For those who don't know, Ghislaine was his girlfriend.
They're just waiting for us to forget about Ghislaine.
I'm never forgetting about Ghislaine. I literally Google her daily.
They're just waiting for us to forget about her.
I'm waiting to hear.
Under the quiet.
Nah, that might happen. What does she... I always want to know this. I know I've asked this before. We ask it again. What secret can I know about you, Bob, that is worth a couple $1 million? What secret is worth $1 million? We already know. Unavote picnic.
Kid fucking.
But we already know that.
No, but like proof.
Like
irrefutable proof.
So it'd have to be something worse than that. Like, did they fuck the kid and then eat the kid?
I don't know. I mean,
it'd have to be something worse than that.
Do you believe in adrenochrome?
Huh?
Adrenochrome? You know about adrenochrome. You watch Monsters Inc.
Oh, the fair? Feeding off the fair of people?
Children, specifically.
People do that?
They say that how some of the world's elite, especially them always use Hillary name, how them stay alive, how them stay young. All the missing kids that you see.
They're eating them?
They capture them, they torture them, they scare them, and when they're afraid, it releases the adrenaline into the blood, and then they drain said blood and drink said blood. And it keeps them young. Adrenochrome.
Damn.
Now, obviously this is crazy that the elite of the world is drinking the blood of children. And then you look at like
thing in Russia that's a legitimate procedure being done by opulent people where they're having blood transfusions from younger people.
And then you look and you say, Bomba, how many Mexican children did ICE lose? Or Central American immigrant kids did ICE lose?
Foil hats.
How many were separated from the parents and just lost?
I don't know. As bad as this is to just say, I would assume that would be like human/sex trafficking, not vampiric draining of blood trafficking.
I don't know.
I hope.
I don't know.
I hope.
I don't know.
Wait, no, I don't hope. I wish no kids went missing. Is what I'm trying to say. But they did.
It's crazy to me that's like a thing that happened, that people trade humans like commodities still, man.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's steal these kids and you need a helper. Here's a 10-year-old.
People do it with other animals all the time.
Yeah, but you don't do it to yourself, man.
I agree with you, but I can see people looking at others like the other.
And even then,
like
I was saying
others.
just the other day
they're not me, not my family, they're them.
I don't like the concept that we ride horses.
Should be eating them.
I don't think the horses agree to that.
Should be eating them, bro.
Yeah, eat them, fine. I don't think we should ride horses, man. Especially out here on the beach.
No one thought that's where we were going when Bob said you shouldn't ride horses.
When they met the big fat tourists, them ride the horse and the poor horse are struggling under the weight. I just think it's unfair.
What about donkeys?
The world on level. Them strong, them can't take it.
Yo, I was in.
Horses benefit from pretty privilege.
Oh, that's what it is. Brown girl privilege.
Pretty privilege, you racist.
Brown girl privilege. That's the what Jamaican people call it. Anytime somebody brown and get something done, them call it brown girl privilege.
Yeah, but it's pretty privilege.
Yeah, we're Jamaicans. We're talking for us. International people. Anyway, what the shit was I about to say about that? It's about donkeys. Miss Ines did say, we're talking about horse, and she's saying, yeah, man, I know French people eat horse. But no, remember when they had the story about apparently using donkey meat in patties?
In Britain, yeah.
Yeah. So Miss Ines was saying, she know that French people eat horse because she used to work for some French people. But you know, if you eat donkey meat, donkey are her slave cousin. I laughed for about 15 minutes.
They are.
I know, but I've never heard someone say that.
Fuck up, but they are. But
I laughed for about 15 minutes. I went breathless laughing.
Come on, bro. They can't even have kids.
Yeah, they're
so they might
sterile.
as well just work.
I've never seen a donkey and a mule.
One has a horse father, the other one has a horse mother.
Okay, it's like a tiger and a liger.
Yeah.
Cool. I actually know this one off my head, so I'll just say that. Fun fact, if you cross a lion and a tigress, you'll get a liger, because that's what happens. There's no growth inhibitors going on, but lionesses usually have a growth inhibitor that keeps them smaller than lions. So if you cross a tiger and a lioness, you get a tigron. They don't get as big, and the necks for some reason are more hyena-ish. Speaking of which, since we're on this random tangent, hyenas creep me the fuck out. Not like birds, where I just don't like birds, but hyenas are creepy looking animals, bro. Something about them don't be right.
What's crazy, man, is that I don't know, dog. Like, I just had this thought right this very moment, man, and it's just...
And then the dog started barking.
And it's really unfortunate that the thought is about penis.
What?
Exactly. But here why, like, man...
Yo.
No, listen. Throughout history, the phallus and the symbol of the phallus has been very important as a sign of masculinity and manliness. Down to the point that even the weapons that we use are shaped like penises.
Shooting penises into the sky.
Rockets, bullets, missiles. They're all like phallus shaped.
Yeah.
And the bigger the phallus, the stronger the weapon.
Yeah.
Just like tanks, the bigger the gun, the stronger it is.
Yeah.
It's all about penis.
Dog.
Hyenas.
What the hell is wrong with you?
This ties into hyenas. Fun.
Oh no, because of the pseudo penis. Your brain is disgusting.
I know, it's really weird. Hyenas have a matriarchal society, but
your brain's gross.
It's the woman with the biggest penis that leads.
Pseudo. The pseudo penis. And she rapes the male hyenas into submission.
Yeah.
Your brain is gross.
That's crazy, dog. It's the power of the penis. The penis make you do crazy shit.
And says the power.
Even if it's a pseudo penis.
And says the power of the penis.
It just make you aggressive.
Testosterone. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that convo? There's an episode of Rogan where there's a transgender male. So born a woman transitioned into male. Well, transitioned to male, because this was about 2 or so decades ago. So it's like in the thing, you see me? And he was saying that one of the things that hit him the hardest, that he didn't expect, realize, or handle very well, and helped him to really understand other men, not men, but like teenage boys, because it's a similar thing, you know, all of that.
Puberty.
Yeah, in puberty, even though you're adult, it's the same kind of vibe. How fucking horny and stupid being horny makes dudes. He was saying that I clearly remembers being, when he was a woman, being horny, being like uncomfortable, like it's in your mind, it's at the forefront of your mind. But Rogan explained it best. When an adult male's horny, it's like sitting at the back of a very long bus full of smoke, and you can barely see through the front of the glass, but you can tell chaos is going on. And then when you're no longer horny and the smoke clears, you figure out you were the one driving this whole time. It's a very crazy thing. I've never been a chick, so I can't tell the difference. But that's the best I can describe that shit, bro.
I've had to say it already that yo, like I've said it to Sam before. I'm like, yo, you as a woman, you might like sex. Sex might be something you enjoy. You think about it every now and then. Like, It's like ice cream. You'll be like, I feel for some ice cream.
I feel for something nice.
I feel for something nice. That's sex for a woman. Is it for me? I need sex. It's like taking a shit every morning.
See, I don't think this is a dude or woman thing. I think this is a you thing because I've had this convo with you before. I'm convinced sex feels better for Bob.
Just like how sleep feel better for you.
I know I sleep feel better for me. I love me some sleep.
I know sex feel better for me.
I'm convinced sex feel better for Bob. Alright, in Jamaica, them say if like you're horny all the time, you have white liver.
I was gonna say if you follow Jamaicans, my liver is white, and
no, your liver is translucent.
As a coolie man, they say that coolie people have white liver already inherently.
You're not born with white liver.
Yeah, so therefore maybe mine is indeed translucent.
Pull your bike over.
There's an opacity.
There's an opacity to it. Yo, but like you can tell sometimes when like it's been a while for Bob. Bob just angry,
itchy
at everything.
Just like answering my teeth, dog.
At everything, like you be just sitting there watching TV and you just shift around and Bob, what the fuck wrong with you, dog? And you're just like, yo, I can tell, huh?
And it's just, it's tell you, dog. I didn't choose to be this way.
I was born this way. Damn it.
I didn't choose to be this way. Like I saw a tweet of a picture of like anti-horny tablets, and I responded to you. I was like, "Yo, I need that shit. I need that shit." I swear down.
Hold on. In an ideal world to you, how many times a week would you have sex?
A week? 3-4 days?
Once a day?
Yeah, like before bed. We have shit to do in the daytime.
No, I'm just talking about like your ideal world.
Ideal?
Literally, your dream ideal world.
Like ideal? No,
as great as it gets.
I'm coming home for brunch.
So twice a day?
Yeah, basically.
Twice a day, 4 days out of the week.
Maybe once in the morning.
So twice a day, 4 days out of the week.
Yeah.
And you're also gonna masturbate.
Probably. I'm a beast.
You are a different beast of a human dog. Where do you get all this energy from?
I don't know. I didn't choose to be this way.
Cause 4 times a week. When he said 4 times a week in my head, I was like, "What? Really? Cause that's like my pre too. Like that'd be great."
No, you said ideal. I don't operate off the ideal in real life. 4 times a week to me means like 1 time a day.
I literally started the sentence with "in the perfect world."
So in your perfect world is 4 times a week? 1 time a day?
I'll be pretty good.
You disgust me.
4 or 5 times a week, I'll be pretty good.
1 time a day?
I'll be pretty good, bro.
That's it?
Yeah. I got shit to do.
Yeah, but like...
You're lucky if I don't just front load them on the weekend and just like go all out.
It's like a nice sativa, dog. It get you going. So you hit one in the morning. And then as you're coming down around lunchtime, you have to hit another bowl.
I just get what the man saying. It's like you hit the split in the morning and you're up there, and then around lunchtime you're like, I could hit another split. Yeah.
It's like it's like a sativa. It picks you up. It gives you that little spark. It keeps you going.
4 or 5 times a week. I'm pretty good.
Come like nighttime now, you hit that indica. Jesus Christ. And you just go sleep. Like right before bed. Something
tells me that like if I lived a week in your perfect world, by the end of the week I'd just be like shooting air. Like you ever see the pipe them in old cartoons? That's what would be going on. Does that actually happen? Like can you run dry?
That hasn't happened to me since I was like when I did just discover masturbation.
So it can happen to people.
Yeah.
How much do you go to run dry?
But no, I think that was just so early that I really I had just like basically started making that shit.
Hold on. I keep coming up with this question. What's the most times in a day you've ever nut? I'll go first.
In my entire life?
In your entire life, I'll go first. 7.
12.
Damn!
Yeah.
Where'd you get that energy from? You weren't.
No. After like 5 or 6, it's just like it's not even that enjoyable anymore. It's just something you're doing.
Yeah. Honest to God.
It's just something you're doing.
I know chicks can come like multiple times a day. They're like coming all the time. Like, oh, it's great. Dudes, women, for
your dick will look at you like, bro, God, really?
What? It'll get up and walk away.
Yeah. Nah.
It won't get up and walk away. It'll pull back in.
I think it's crazy that women are like multi-orgasmic.
I'm envious.
That they can just roll them up, like roll over minutes.
I'm envious.
That shit crazy.
But
apparently guys can do it for them, dog.
Not this guy.
You ever tried to fuck through the sensitivity after the nut?
No, way too sensitive. Hurts.
I've tried and
it almost burns.
I'm sure if you make it through to the other side, it's fantastic.
I'm sure it
but I can't.
Almost burns.
No, it's not even that, dog. It's just like it's the rawest raw you've ever been, man.
That's what I mean. It feel like all my nerves are on fire.
Crazy, dog.
I can't do that.
And it works for women because they have even more receptors.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that.
And they just keep going.
Kind of love that shit.
That shit crazy, dog.
Women are amazing creatures, man.
It's like I was reading something the other day. The clitoris is the only organ in the body that is 100% for pleasure. It has no other purpose.
Oh, I just thought a real dark joke.
Jesus.
Can I say it? That's why the Islam extremists don't like them.
Yeah, because them can't do it.
So just cut them off.
Yeah.
That's awful. Don't do that to people.
It's FGM, female genital mutilation.
Stop mutilating your babies, your sons and your daughters.
That cray, dog.
It's horrible.
And it's like the woman's purpose is just to be like a receptacle for the husband.
A lot of people do bit. Alright, on that topic, I can't that you just said. I was on Twitter the other day. Signed in, saw that there's a conversation going on about why is it that men in Jamaica can't buy the contraceptive pill for their girl? It should be so.
Because of the nasty man them who fucking off them little daughter and them niece.
I saw that conversation.
Cousin and them something.
Like you scroll through your timeline. I scrolled through 4 times to know that was the topic of conversation, and I left because I know I was going to get annoyed. Because any man that can't understand why. I agree with you.
Rapists.
I agree with you. It should not be like that.
Force feed it to people.
But we live in the real world. If you can't understand why it is that way in Jamaica, you're being willfully ignorant. I don't believe that you're that dumb.
I do. I do. I hope. Listen to me, guys. Let me look at you in the heart. If you're dumb, I believe in you. I believe that you're being dumb with your chest.
You say you believe you're being honest.
Yeah.
You can't, dog. Like, come on, have sense. It's free.
I don't like that they have to interview, and I get why they interview you. I just wish we were in a world where they didn't have to. Every time a woman has to go buy emergency contraceptive, she have to go to her interview. Why are you doing this? When was the last time you did this? Blah blah blah. What happened? Like, yo, bro, God.
Agreed. You should just walk in and get it, but I get why.
And even in like your countries where taking it a step further from the emergency contraceptive, the abortion pill in like Poland, because they have an ultra conservative Catholic party ruling the country and being shits in general. There's basically a blanket ban on abortion, and people in neighboring countries would go to like a river that's at the border and put abortion pills on a drone and fly it across the river.
It's dope. You shouldn't have to, but I'm really happy for human ingenuity sometimes.
Even that, man, the picture he's sending in the group with the brother getting pregnant in him penis, mate. If that was the world in the
God.
If that was really how the world worked, man.
If men got pregnant, contraceptives would be free across the board. And that's not a question. That was also one of the most horrible memes I've ever sent to that group. But I saw it, to see it too. It's just dudes listening. Crazy. It's just man meets woman. He said I'm hugging, and then the next comic clip is they're at the doctor, and the doctor's is ultrasound. They're holding the ultrasound to the dude's penis, and you see the little fetus in there. Inside. Next step, is when the woman will usually be like full term pregnant, dude, full term pregnant in his dick. Then he had the kid
birth, and through his dick is hanging out of his shorts.
I heard a sound looking at that 2D picture,
You know what I'm saying? I heard a sound.
It sounded like just airy.
Just a wet flap.
Yes. Jesus. I don't know why. It's because it was just hanging down, drooling, dog.
Crazy, man. Yo, even birth, mate.
Birth is amazing. Birth is had a heroic trip the other day, and watching Vinland Saga, and they were having a debate between the priest and the prince. Why is love all around us? Meaning, earth is love, dog. Like the land, you get food from it, the air you breathe, water is there, everything beautiful. But why is there no love in the hearts? I mean, and then they go back to babies, and I did pause for a second, just medicine. Childbirth is crazy.
People used to dead.
Still die. Childbirth,
Yeah, but like
really dangerous.
It was like majority of women who had a kid, you was going dead in childbirth.
Childbirth is crazy.
That's before people understood infections.
I love saying this
pathogens.
one. I love saying this one. When they thought your body was of 5 humans, and anything that was wrong with you was just that
Bad smells,
your humans were off.
out of balance.
You need to get leached.
It's like during the plague, they thought the plague was brought on by bad smells. So the hook nose, the bird
that
nose
why?
masks that were so
The proctor masks.
that were associated with plague doctors.
Yeah.
It was filled with potpourri.
I know they did that, but I thought it was just to not have to deal with the stink of the people. I didn't know they thought
The
it
bad
was.
smell would that make you sick?
Oh, well,
But obviously, if you're smelling the dead people, you're close enough to get the virus.
if you could time travel, would you?
Do you know the bubonic plague still exists?
Yeah. If you could time travel to the past, would you?
Yes.
As a black man, no.
No.
I'm
And
really
you know the
hap-
fuck up thing
really
is, I would
happy
go back to the time when Africa was at its peak.
I'm cool. We have technology here. I'm really happy with Big Burner.
No, dog. In terms, yes, I am, but I would want to, because all right, African history, a lot of it was erased by the Hollow people.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a known fact that a lot of African civilizations were more advanced than European civilization.
Yep.
And Asians, I was watching something the other day about the Khmer Empire in Cambodia. You know, Angkor Wat, the temples. You did watch Lara Croft,
Mm-hmm.
the big stone temple them.
Okay.
Like apparently the king, one of the greatest kings of the Khmer Empire, Jayavarman VII, he built a complex.
That's a healthy name.
Jayavarman, I think, yeah, the seventh.
Schmitty Werben Jaeger mentions him.
Smitty Werben Jaeger mentions
He was number one.
Never forget. But yeah, he built a complex that was basically the size of, I think they said like Manhattan Island.
Word?
Yeah.
Damn.
And they had canals running through it, like successfully,
Mm-hmm.
supplying about 300,000 people.
How do you bore through the land back in them time there?
You dig?
Yes.
Slave labor.
Slavery.
Slave labor.
I used to have a shirt with the pyramids, and it said slavery.
Got shit done.
Get shit done.
It does, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But they had canals and things for irrigation and transport, while the Dutch were just figuring out canals.
Mm.
And obviously these two people never knew about each other at the time, just existing and developing on different sides of the planet. But I want to see all the things I read about in history up close.
What's that called again when two people in two completely different areas happen upon the same idea at the same parallel thinking, parallel thought? There it is. Mm-hmm. When like two people on the complete, because apparently like Darwin, there was another dude thinking somewhere along the lines of Darwin when he was coming up with the theory of evolution.
But if you want to talk about parallel thought, you talk about pyramids.
Yep. Now, what you talking about, Bob? Those are all made by aliens.
No, it's literally just the easiest way to stack rocks high.
They were all made by aliens, bro.
And make it stable.
The only thing is, you think they're illegal aliens. Some people think they're, aliens.
I don't know, because the Aztecs did say that Quetzalcoatl was a 6 foot tall white man with blue hairs and blonde eyes, and he came on a flying ship.
Alien.
Yeah. Or it could have been the Vikings.
Who was the dude the other day?
Because the Vikings got to North America before anyone else.
Yeah, they did. Those are some crazy motherfuckers. Who was the dude the other day?
Well, obviously not before the people that lived there.
He was a space engineer type of person, and he came out saying that aliens are real and that there is a galactic federation and they're waiting on Earth to reach a certain...
It's a grasshopper. No, don't flick him, I'm going to jump on me.
Alright. Saying that they're waiting on Earth to reach a certain level.
Before they talk to us?
Yeah, and
that would make sense.
It made news Why did
don't
that
know.
make news?
I don't know, but aliens have to be real.
I would believe so. The math would say so.
And my personal belief is that we are just in the backwaters of the universe.
We're the Florida of the world?
No.
You phone going on? I'm sorry. Sorry about that, guys.
Not like that. In terms of where we are, we're out in the boonies.
Oh, okay.
Nobody really comes out here. We're in Portland.
We are Westmoreland.
We are in Westmoreland. We're in the Westmoreland of the universe.
Damn.
If you come in here, you're going there for a reason. You're not coming here to sightsee. You're not coming here just because you happen to be in the neighborhood.
You coming for some herb and some monkeys and you're out.
Monkeys?
Us.
Oh, wow. That's racist.
Us. Every alien.
That's racist.
Every alien movie I've watched, they refer to
Aliens
us.
are talking to other aliens like, yo, dog, you remember that monkey planet? Yeah, yo, they've gone so far.
Yo, them niggas is wild.
They have no hair now. They wear clothing and stuff. Like, whoa, stuff's going good for them. Like, they're about to wipe themselves out with a nuclear war and climate change and stuff. But,
I need to hear somebody yell from the back of the room. They've been like that for 500 years.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. What was that?
We'll see what happens next season.
I just heard the wildest interference sound. I don't know what it was, but it sounded kind of cool.
The aliens are picking.
Oh, they're telling us hi. Hi, guys.
Big up aliens.
What's up, friends? I don't want to meet you guys. NASA did send out...
I would like to meet aliens if it didn't involve butt probes. If I could go back to living my regular life, if I wasn't taken prisoner, if we could just talk, share an intelligible conversation, and be like, yo, what's the universe like? And then I go back to my life.
I firmly believe that when the more advanced civilization meets the less advanced civilization, it almost always wipes them
that's
out.
what white people taught us.
And history repeats itself. So, yo, speaking of that, remember how we were talking about on another pod, how did Homo sapiens outlast Homo... I don't remember what the Neanderthals were. What were they? Homo erectus?
No, they were Neanderthals.
They were just Neanderthals.
Yeah.
So I was watching a video the other day and I did some research. The Neanderthals and Homo sapiens existed at the same time.
And we outbred them, we out-ate them.
And we outcompeted them.
And
But it was because of the development, mainly, it was because of the development of hunting styles. Because the Neanderthals were much bigger, denser in muscle. They could physically go deal with some shit. We're flimsy. We developed throwing and sleeping in trees and distance hunting and wounding an animal. So we were much less likely to get damaged in the pursuit of food, whereas Neanderthals are much more likely to die in the pursuit of food. And then when you'd have Neanderthal Homo sapien conflict, Neanderthals, when them get up close, they're mashing you. From a distance, though, they're gonna stone you. All fights start at a distance. So we literally outcompeted them, bred with some of them, they ate some of them, and we ended up winning.
Do you think the human race will split again? Because they're saying that they expect there to be like a tall, intelligent class and a short, stupid subset.
I don't know. I hope it don't go that way because I'd be fucked. But yes, I think so. But not by natural design.
Okay, so when people start putting in augmentations.
Technically, you're a cyborg right now. You have on glasses.
That's not a cyborg.
Which one is Android?
No.
Which is a biomech? Which is a bio?
A part of me would have to be robotic.
Aren't those your eyes?
No, I can exist without this. This is just
barely.
This is but I exist.
It's one step towards it. Is what
exist nonetheless.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not pretty sure.
People with heart with
pacemakers would fall into that.
People with any replacement joint.
Yeah. So see, we already like starting to move that way. But yeah, I don't think
it's when you can walk into a store like a McDonald's
and like, yo, with some spare eyes.
It's like I did a training for NCB the other day. The card machine, they're telling us about the tap feature. And I was saying to the guy, yo, screw this, when we're getting the RFID chip under my skin. And the man laughed and said, you would take that? I said, yeah, why not? It's already in my phone. It's now in my credit card. What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's the diff? And then I was like, so now I gotta forget a RFID blocking wallet because the man them, the tip criminal them can get a machine for themselves that can scan information from RFID cards. Just walk up and tap you on the butt if your card is in your unprotected wallet and get your information just like that.
So somebody said the other day, dog, the thief them, if you walk with cash, the thief them will hold you. Bank them is robbing you. There's a current pandemic, we're in a recession, the politician them a thief from you. They've literally left you with nothing. You just have you can't even grow nothing because them will thief that out there you had to. It's kinda grime, but not kinda. It grime out here in Jamaica, but man. It's a very,
world,
very...
Unless you're rich. Life is nice for rich people.
Life's always nice for the rich, isn't it? That's why we all want to get there.
And if anybody thought we're middle class, there's no more middle class. You're either rich or you're poor.
We don't reach there yet. But we're getting there.
What is a middle class? What do you consider middle class? People with disposable income?
Yeah.
Where are those people?
Up the road.
Rich.
No. When I think of rich, I think of like the Stewarts.
That's wealth.
No, you're just playing semantics.
I'm just saying, dog. There's like, as I was saying the other day, I have a friend,
And
it wasn't until I met that friend who lives behind a gate in a gated complex that was the first time I knew that that's a rich friend.
Yeah.
In an old great house.
But then again,
that's the first really rich friend I knew, and I know that there are people with even more money than that.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I was just going to say too.
That's the ultra rich.
What's rich to me or you as normal dudes
is not rich
to rich people, because rich people will always know richer people apart from the richest man in the world, and then even then the richest man in the world on Forbes paper list or whatever know about the sheik them. There's always a bigger fish in the pond.
That same friend to which I refer sent us a picture of
a boat and asked if anybody want to go in.
If anybody's interested to buy
a
boat. As I responded, yeah man, I can park it right in the gully across the road, nothing big.
I chuckled him. I was like, Bomba, we reach here.
And then it was through him that I found out that there's an app where you can timeshare a plane, a private jet.
I knew that.
You can pay. I didn't know there was an app.
I figure there's an app for everything, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can just go, all right, I want to use a G5 in August. Let me see how I can get 2 weeks out of one.
I knew that because the other version that we have
it's Uber for private jets. That shit crazy.
The other version that we have that does the drone work and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would always use PJs fly back and forth between here and Cayman. Him and the lawyer. So I just Googled it because I know rappers rent jets too, and there are bagger app companies literally just like Uber for PJs.
That crazy, dog.
PJs, private jets.
But that's I don't know. That I always say I don't want rich people problems, man. I just think rich people problems are ridiculous.
Horrible.
Like
they almost always seem mental.
And I explained it because all of my problems currently as a broke person can be solved by money.
But when you have money,
if I get money and solve those problems, the problems I have after that, I can't deal with that.
So do you never want to solve the current problems that you have that can be solved by money?
I just want to be comfortable.
Does that involve solving the current problems
with money? Yeah, to be comfortable, you have to solve your problems.
But then that opens you up to
other problems.
Will you ever truly be comfortable in this treadmill known as life?
I'll have to stay a little broke.
Keep myself thirsty, bro.
Yeah, always.
Keep yourself hustling.
Hunger. Yeah.
You take that dinner with Jay-Z. Don't take the 2 mil.
Don't take the 2 mil. Got damn food with that big nose fucker.
Yeah. What's up, Jay?
I'm not big.
Speaking of that,
speaking of large noses,
there was a story the other day. Yeah, wrap up soon. There was a story the other day in Complex about how Jay-Z didn't allow Sean Paul to be around Beyonce when they made that one tune together. I don't even remember the song. But
Baby Boy.
Yeah, but apparently Jay does that with like a lot of other rappers and artists and stuff. Like him just don't let any handsome or popping man. Hold on. My point is, because I get it and I agree, but because I get his point of view. But it's amazing that even being a billionaire, top most influential rapper, you're in the top 5 most influential rappers ever, worth $1 billion. all this money in the bank. You're basically revered. Still insecure because you're ugly. Money don't solve insecurities. You gotta work on that yourself, bad man.
Right, but if I had money, I'd have time
To work on it.
to work on those things. You know, see the cycle, bro. It's like, why is healthy food more expensive?
Because they want you to eat and dead early.
Exactly.
It's
set up a way.
the money is not in the cure, it's in the treatment.
As the donkey said,
World no level.
what him name that them rich people there in the world, Rockefeller.
Yeah.
The one that did the other day was on his fifth heart.
Dude.
Fifth heart.
How do you keep fucking up? Well, how do you fuck up your heart the first time?
Being rich.
You have goat
Getting
and the
goat.
kings
Getting goat.
over here just eating lobster and steak all day, getting goat, having the king's disease, and
Even
they replace your
I-
heart.
alright.
That's crazy that we can replace hearts.
I watch Fresh Prince, and they have a butler.
Jeffrey,
But in my head, Jeffrey's just like a helper.
sup G?
I couldn't actually process full butler service in my house.
When you
Like
say full butler service,
someone
spell it out.
runs my bath, lays out my clothes.
yeah,
Maybe someone dresses me,
I'm not a child.
and then I go downstairs to the everything is laid on the table and set out. Food is there. Someone pulls out the chair and pushes it in. As I eat, someone is standing off to the corner waiting for me to ask for something.
No, that's
I'm a
why.
little thirsty. I say, I'd like some orange juice. And in 2-2, the person is out the room and back with a glass of orange juice.
Is that not weird?
Yeah. That feel weird to me. That's what I said. That's a rich people thing, that's a problem. That would bring a problem I don't have right now.
Rogan was talking about a friend of him. Since he moved to Texas and him get the $200 million deal, he rich in a rich friend group now. Him said him have a brethren who has a super yacht that comes with a full-time staff. When I say full-time staff, I don't mean them if the yacht on the dock, them go home, I mean them live on the yacht. Full-time. Always there. So no matter what, whenever you want to go do something, the yacht can move because they live there full-time.
You know what? That job probably pay really fucking good money and I would go do it.
I know it's cheaper to rent a super yacht, dog. I know it is. But why not if you can, right?
In the GameStop thing, dog, I remember a tweet saying, yo, I don't feel sorry for guys who take a helicopter to the boat and then take the boat to the yacht.
Agreed.
And that crazy that there are multiple people like that in existence. Like
Agreed.
thousands of people, probably hundreds of thousands of people exist who can do that.
Connor bought a yacht the other day that you need a boat to go to.
Martin,
Yeah.
a boat is the ultimate sign of wealth. A recreational boat. You know why? It sits
on
in a
salt
liquid
water.
that eats it.
It sits on salt water
It's
and
an
actively
actively
rosts
degrading possession.
every minute of the day.
And to fix it costs money because you have to take it out of the water.
I think we just found like what Bob really doesn't like.
Bro, boats. Boats. Right, recreational boats. I'm okay with fishing vessels. I'm okay with cruise ships. I'm okay with ferries.
Yo, let me look right into my camera. I really like finding things like
I
this,
have an
Baba.
issue with a one rich man just having a really big yacht with a crew of 32 people who live on the ship and can't go home in case my rich boss wants to just, I don't know, fuck off right now.
Remember when I go St. Lucia a year or two ago?
St. Lucia is like, I was watching a video about it, dog. It's like, it's really pretty and people love it, honeymoon island, but it's really fucking expensive.
Fairly.
Because that's where all the rich people go.
Fairly. It's nice though. It's
Like, it's marketed too.
It's really nice.
upper class.
It's really like another Jamaica. But there was a hotel. I don't remember the hotel I was staying in, but you know when you go to a hotel, you generally think you walk in to check in. Mm-hmm. There's a sailing check-in. There's a sailing check-in.
You
Right?
can just pull your boat up.
Man, them. So you know, you ask the question, where you sailing from? Miami. Man, them sail from Miami.
Just come down.
Come right down and just take a trip, and then you just pull up with your boat. And you can pull up to the place without any papers. Once you have your American ID, You know, walk right into the little shop on the dock, get your passport for however long you're there, you just dock your boat, walk right off the boat into a hotel or sleep on your boat because the boats are huge. You go about your business. There was one boat that was about a block and a half long with another boat on it.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Grenadines are owned by individual people for the most part.
Are they?
A lot of the islands are individually
How
owned.
many? I don't think you'd know that. But how many? Yeah.
There are enough, like 30 odd islands.
The man them just say, who do you
A
call
lot
to
of
buy
them
an
are
island?
individually owned.
Who do you call to buy an island, bro?
The rich people know who to call.
It's like
You remember Grand Theft Auto?
that's just what I was going to say.
And you could have pull up the number to call things and it would like buy, you could call the car company to buy a really expensive car. There's a number to call the helicopter place to buy an airplane. We don't have those numbers.
No.
Rich people have those numbers.
It's like Mike Tyson was when he found out he could buy tigers, he was in jail.
When I found out that crack sell at the stalls that sell weed.
I showed you that.
My thought in my mind, dog, was like, all right, so you do crack, right? Where the fuck do you even get crack?
I showed you that stall. You remember?
And then, yeah, exactly. And then you were like, yo,
You see that?
crack. I'm like, what?
I was like, yeah.
Like, it's right. Like, it's beside the drugs I do?
Yeah, right
the
beside
drug.
them. Right beside. I was like, you see that over there? Yeah, it's crack. But what? I was like, yeah.
Crazy. Though.
How would I know that? I was down one day and I'll never forget seeing it. And it just, you can't see it. So it's like, oh, that's what that is. Cool.
I didn't know.
What was I saying before you brought up the crack thing? Shit. Marijuana. Fantastic. Horrible for short-term memory. Mike Tyson, how he figured out he could buy tigers. He was in prison and he was on the phone with his lawyer and his lawyer was like them, they don't deal with what they're doing, but they're friends, so they were just having a conversation. And his lawyer was cussing because him did have to like sell some cars and shit. And he was also selling some of Mike's cars. And he was like, so what are you going to do with the money, huh? You want a bike? You want a boat? You want some tigers? Tigers? I can buy tigers? What kind of tigers? And so Mike bought tigers. And you can Google the iconic pictures of Mike Tyson with his tigers, his white tigers.
And I think that's the problem with money. It remove like reality.
It removed the why. Why do you need to buy tigers?
Because fuck you, that's why. Because I fuck you money, that's why. Like,
I was like, why do you need to buy
like
tigers?
you
bro?
just asked, who do you call to buy an island? Why the fuck I need to buy an island?
Johnny Depp bought a town
Why do I need an island, Martin?
to have as yours. If I had an island with stuff on it during this quarantine, that must have been great. Because I know there are people with it out there.
You know, if I had an island, I would have never seen it again.
Ever again. Would never see Bob again.
I would get, as long as I got that shit self-sufficient, man.
We never see Bob again.
Plus, all right, Epstein was using them island to fuck off the pitney, right? And them catch him. How much other man out there using them island to fuck off the pitney them?
We've said this in the friend group before, but I now assume anyone who has an island,
It's fucking off pitney.
you have them to do illegal things like for kids. And you should be got. And I don't
That's
mean
what I said,
I
why-
don't mean the man-made islands. I mean the island will come out of God's sea.
When man buy.
When man just say, man, buy that. And then
And even that,
purchases it.
how you for buy land from the government? How the fuck the government own land?
Because them say so.
So if me say so, it not go so.
But you forget that we have a brethren who they got their brother-in-law a plot of land on the moon.
Yeah.
The government on the moon. The moon didn't even dip on Earth, dog. The moon is up there. But them can
Antarctica.
sell places on it.
Antarctica isn't owned by any country, but countries have claims to parts of Antarctica.
Good for them. That cool. Go
It's
on.
just ice.
What's down there? Nothing. Go on. No. That's where the aliens are.
That's the ice wall on the flat Earth, Martin.
No, the ice wall can't be in one place. The ice wall has to be everywhere, Bob.
Fair. Did you know in Singapore, when you own land, you own it to the core of the earth? So subways have to pay you money. They have to buy land from you if they want to dig under your property.
That I gonna be real honest. I assume that was how that went.
Everywhere?
Yeah.
No.
So in Jamaica,
You own the surface, like couple inches.
I honestly just assume that if you're digging any at all under my house, you'd have to get permission. There's a dude in LA who his kid was in the backyard like fucking around and found a bone, and he thought the bone was cool, so he carried it to the university, showed his paleontology brethren. About a couple months of heavy digging later, 2 dinosaur skeletons.
Nice.
But they had to license from him the ability to be on his land. So just to dig up in backyard and then fix it back, they broke him off a huge bag. And then because the property was on his land, you have to buy it from him.
But that's surface.
Yeah, no, I was just talking about how cool that was.
Like, that's the thing, dog. That's why you asked if I'd want to go back in time. There's a lot of history that being here in Jamaica, I don't get to experience firsthand. Like,
I'd
said,
go back in time if I could be invisible.
Oxford University existed at the same time as the Aztec Empire.
That's crazy to think about.
Exactly.
That's utterly insane to think about.
Exactly.
Wow.
I would have want to see the Aztec them and sacrifice people to them, God. Cause that crazy. That crazy to me that you could just believe that, people have to dead because the sun angry.
You rip out the heart, beating heart.
Yeah.
Apocalyptic type shit.
Yeah. And I don't want to see like in China when them just discover gunpowder and fireworks and them thing there.
They're going off. Yo. That must have been fun. That must have been a great time. Honestly. That must have been a really
world
great time.
before AIDS and most STDs.
You see, I know that's where your mind was going to go eventually, you horny bastard.
No, I'm not going to go fuck random people in the past. I'm just saying, it must have been fun for them living there. Except for like syphilis and them things.
You going to go do that Marty McFly shit where you end up marrying your mother,
No. Definitely not. Definitely not. I'm going back in time to Indonesia and get a nice Polynesian goddess.
Honest to God, I thought about this the other day. If I could go back in time, I'd go back in time literally 3 months ago. And send money to my cousin abroad and go, open a US investment account,
Buy some GameStop.
Buy all the game stuff. I wouldn't even go back that far.
That's a loss. It's going way down. Nah, bro.
Believe. And you see, as it start go off, cash out the whole of that before the man them decide, say, them going, not let me trade. And then I have to be doing all this hold the line shit. Overs hold the line, but I'm just saying what I would have done, being that I live in Jamaica. Bread and run.
It's like I remember there was a show that used to come on TV where the guy would get tomorrow's newspaper every morning.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the only thought I could have was, bro, got the lotto numbers not up on the front page.
Bad. It's like when the man them to trick Jeffrey in Fresh Prince with the lotto numbers.
Bro,
I would be I'm rich. I'm rich. I would be so rich if I got tomorrow's newspaper. Today.
What was the first thing you do if you were at work and found out you won the lottery? Once I'd go right back to work. But you're not seeing me about the rest of the week.
None at all. None at all.
You're getting my 2 weeks right there.
2 weeks what? I'm gone. I'm not doing the 2 weeks.
Once I quit. Big up on yourself.
Is there anything we can... I'm out. I'm done.
I'll be at my yacht in St. Lucia.
I'll be on my yacht. Why? Well, yacht, knife, salmon. Silent letters. I know you linguists out there can tell me why they're there. So please comment below and explain to me why silent letters are there. Because in my mind, it's stupid.
English is a bastardized language.
Agreed.
Made up of a hodgepodge of different languages. And
silent letters are dumb. That's the hill I'm dying on.
Salmon. Alright guys, peace out.
You close up the pod, Bob. Close up the pod. Go.
Thanks for listening to the BamCast. Thanks for watching the BamCast.
If you watched on YouTube and you enjoyed, go ahead, hit the subscribe and like button. Listening on all of the audio platforms, go check out another episode. Share it with your friends if you enjoyed this unapologetic power among friends, the BamCast, the home of the anti-PC. What'd you do?
Big up Boomja for the music, big up Prismatic for the visuals, big up
YouTubebright.com
Bam
promo code BAM10 10% off anything you've ordered.
Big up
you guys for watching and listening.
Big up Netchat, big up Boya Things,
the watchers, the viewers that rock with the BamCast.
Big up Uno. Big up me, big up Martin.
Yo, Bob Brain going so high.
Big up Fiona mother. Cause without she wouldn't there for listening to the podcast.
And on the father.
I guess.
Plants need seeds. You're a father. You know this.
All right,
Yeah,
peace out. Word
perfect.
to your mothers, guys.
Dropping bombs on your moms.
Fuck our alarms.